evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm so happy to have you here. Um, I reached out to a friend of mine this evening and I said, I'm looking for a topic of discussion for tonight. And she had a great topic. Asking, um, do loved ones on the other side bring people into our lives for purpose and reason? And the answer is yes, of course they do. There's a number of reasons why people show up in our lives at the most opportune times, and it's all based on divine timing, right? They bring people into our lives for a multitude of reasons. And some of those reasons I'm going to share with you tonight. Some of them I've had personal experience with, and some reasons you will figure out why this person showed up in your life. And sometimes it's going to take a while for you to understand or discern why somebody has stepped into your life and what the purpose is behind that. So, a couple of reasons why people just show up in your life. Either maybe you know them and they are somebody that, hasn't been around for a while. Maybe it's what they call a blast from the past. I had one of those just the other day. Maybe it's somebody that you don't even know, right? And they magically show up and they become an integral part of your life. And so, there's a lot of reasons for this. People, most of the time that show up for us, there's a lot of times they are mirrors of our own selves, right? They reflect back what we are in this lifetime, good, bad, indifferent, right? So they are a reflection of us and they come into our lives to show us the good parts, the maybe not so good parts, the things that we hold dear and hold deep within us, things that maybe need to change. And so there's a number of reasons, why they're mirroring some of our traits, mirroring some of the things that we may not like. And that is to bring us into awareness so that we can say, oh, that's something that I do, and I think I need to change that, right? Or maybe it's something that you say, oh, I do that all the time. Wow, what a great trait. It just got brought back to me, and I can see how valuable that trait is, or what a wonderful trait that is, right? Sometimes we're needing healing and support in our lives, and spirit will bring in that person to help us and to support us in our time of need. And it's a great, it's a great piece. I've had this happen to me actually, where I've been in a place that I've needed great support, and here comes this person with perfect timing, right? So they're here to support us in whatever it is that we need. Sometimes we are in a soul contract or a karmic connection, right? It's about, cleaning house and what is it that we are needing to complete in this lifetime? What is on our journey, our path, and things and people that we need to interact with, that we need to be in contact with in order to align with our soul's purpose or to align with something from a past life that needs to be dealt with, right? There's many reasons why we come into this life with all these different things. So, there's also people are there for us for a catalyst for change, right? You may have had, for me, my ex came into my life and I was thrown into a catalyst of change that brought me into what I'm doing now, right? So people can push us out of our comfort zones and make us realize there are some things that we need to do in our lives. And they're there to cheer us on, right? They're there to make a big difference in our lives. They're there to be the cheerleaders for us and support us. So, um, there's also, there's also shared growth, right? You come into this life, and you come into this path, and you find someone that is on the same journey, and you share and you grow and you share inspiration and knowledge, right? And you inspire each other to be the best that you can be. And so that one is a really great, um, is a really great piece, where you can share everything that you have learned, and you can grow together in this journey. Um, some people come in to give us the inspiration and the guidance that we need, right? That maybe that little kick in the pants that we need in order to move on and move forward in our lives. And they are just the perfect catalyst for that, right? Some people come into our lives to be the best friend and the provider and the guidance that we need at the time. And you don't honestly know sometimes what that person might be doing for you. It might be later down the road, right? It could be a year, 2 years, 10 years, and you go, oh, I know now what that person was in my life for. I know the purpose. And so you don't always need to know what the purpose is that these people have shown up in your life. Know that they have been put there for the utmost, highest, and best good for you, to have that connection, to know, to have that peace and that sense of being, and the support that you may need at that time. And whatever it is, you need to trust that the divine are sending you these people in perfect timing for the perfect situation and the perfect time of your life. And know that it is all in your highest and best, and it's all perfectly orchestrated just for you. So, the next time that you meet somebody, you might look at it and say, I wonder why this person has entered my life. Be in that awareness and see if it comes to you. And sometimes it might come really quickly. Oh, I know exactly why I met this person, right? Or I'm not really sure yet why I've met this person, but know that it's going to be revealed to you in time. All right. There's many other reasons that people come into our lives, but the show's not long enough for that. So that is just a few of the ones that have come to mind to help you in your journey to understand why we have people come into our lives. And why we have people come into our lives is because they would like to have a reading tonight. So we are going to head to the phone lines. We've got Sharon in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Good evening, Sharon, and welcome to your time
Hi,
to shine. Hi,
hi, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm okay, hanging in.
Good. What can I do for you this evening?
Well, I'm going through a little bit of a really bit of a hard time with my son, and I just want to know if it's going to get any better. If it's going to straighten out, I don't know. If it's going to do anything, and if I'm going to be okay getting through this.
Okay. All right. Sharon, let me take a moment here just to tune in on this question that you have. There's going to be a little moment of silence as I do that, and then I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay,
Okay, Sharon, I just keep hearing um, that your son is being very stubborn, and I keep hearing the word bullheaded. Um, just very strong in, I don't know if it's a belief system or what he believes. Um, I'm just getting the feeling that he feels that he's right in a situation, and it's really not about being right. Um, and he's taking a very hard stance. He's not being very flexible um, in the situation and what's going on. And it almost feels like, hold on one moment. Do you almost feel like you're being punished for something? Um,
Yeah,
something that, yeah, that's what it feels like. I feel like I'm being punished for something and I don't know why, right? Um,
I feel like his. I mean, he got married. I wasn't even at his wedding. Like I feel like his. I hate to say it, but I feel like his wife is in his ear.
I think there's a big influence that she's got on him. Um, I keep hearing the word threatened. Like she feels very, so it feels like you and your son had a really good relationship prior to all of this. And it
Yeah, we
feels
did.
like this power struggle um, that she has with you. It's almost like she knows the relationship that you guys had and is a little envious of that, um, which I always find quite odd. Because it's such a different
I know.
relationship to have, right, with a mother and a son, or a daughter and a father. It's definitely not the same type of a relationship that you would have with a mate or a partner. Um, but there's this sense of, it's almost like she feels like in a situation, um, if he had to choose, he would choose you over her. And maybe not literally. It's just kind of like an example that they're bringing to me, right? Um,
Mhm.
I'm
No, I
asking them,
agree.
yeah, I'm asking them what we need to know about this situation. So hold on one moment. There's something in here about a pattern of growth for him. Um, I'm not sure what that is, but there's there's something with this situation, with his marriage, that is a big growing period for him. Um, it's like for him to be more flexible in his life and almost like
Mhm.
standing on his own 2 feet, right? And standing and making a boundary, or drawing a line in the sand and saying, no, this is not what this is going to be anymore, right? Um,
Yeah.
I feel like there's gonna come a day where he will do that. I just don't know how far down the road that's going to be. Um,
Am I going to be okay through this?
you are. What I'm
Okay.
being shown is, um, it's very hard for you right now. And as some time goes on, you're gonna be you will have that support and be able to look at it as, one of these days he's going to come back to me. And when he does, I either have open arms for him or I don't. But you're the type of person that's
Yeah.
going to have those open arms for him at all times, right? And I believe that he's going to come around. And it's almost like I keep hearing like
Am
belief
I gonna meet my
systems.
grandson?
Is there a grandson on the way?
He was born January 6th. I have yet to meet him,
And you have yet to see him.
my husband and I.
She's holding on tight to this that she's really holding tight onto this one. Um, I do believe you will see him. It's very fuzzy to me exactly when that might be.
Yeah.
Um, it's interesting because when I ask that question, I see her arms tightly wrapped around the child. Um, it's not like a protection mode like you would expect to have with a mother. It's more of um, it feels like a control thing more than anything.
Yeah.
Um, but I think that eventually your son is going to want to have the two of you in his life. And
Yeah.
I I see you being with your grandson. I see him like older when he's making his own decisions and he wants to be a part of your life. I'm not saying that you won't see him before that. Okay? That's not what I'm saying at all. But
Yeah.
what I'm seeing is you having a relationship with him. So
Okay.
I do feel that down
Yeah,
the
I have
road,
2 other grandsons, and I get along great with them, but it's just I've never met Oliver, my oldest son's grandson. My oldest son's son, I haven't met.
yeah, I do believe that you are going to get that chance.
Okay,
You are.
good.
And you are going
Well,
to
thank
make
you so very
it
much.
through this. You're so welcome. Next, we have Brandy in Saratoga Springs, Utah. Good evening, Brandy, and welcome to your time to shine.
Hi, thank you, Julie.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, thank you. What can I do for you this evening?
I just wanted to get some insight on my future, my grandkids, and just check to see how my kids are doing.
Okay. Brandy, let me check in and see let's see what Spirit has to say to you. While I'm doing this, there'll be a little moment of silence and then I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Brandy, what I'm being shown is it's almost like when your kids leave the nest, it's like their wings their wings span out and they're leaving the nest and they're flying and they're doing their own thing. Um, and as a parent, you're kind of sitting back and looking and taking it all in and thinking, wow, you know, magical journey, right?
Right.
So
They
it
they both
feels
passed.
okay. Okay, well, magical journey. Um,
So they both passed, and I'm caring for my grandkids now. And I have one with special needs, and I worry about her. And um,
mhm.
I just adopted back in April.
You adopted your grandchild?
My grandkids, yeah, 5.
Yeah. So you have this amazing amount of support on the other side. It's like they're watching over you. They're literally, it's like what I'm being shown is like you're literally every step you take, they're taking that step right next to you. They're giving you all the support that you need from the other side. They're putting things in your path so that you know the people to call, the things to do. It's like they're showing me like they're giving you a roadmap. Um, and they're bringing things into your awareness so that you have all the tools that you need to be successful in raising your grandchildren. So, I guess my question is to you, have things just been falling into place for
Yes,
you?
yes,
Mhm.
yes,
So there's that roadmap that they're placing in front of you, right? Where things are just like you think, oh, well, there's the person I need to talk to, or there's that phone number that I needed to have, right? So know and trust that you're getting the guidance exactly in the way that you need it to be. And you're being supported and given everything that you need to be successful in this. Um, I'm being shown like major amounts of love, like the love that you have and the passion that you have for your grandchildren, raising them right, being being that person, that support link that they need is exactly who they need to have right now. That you are
thank you.
absolutely the right person that they need in their life. Um, I'm there's not gonna, there's not every day is gonna be filled with flowers. There's gonna be, there's gonna be bumps in the road. There's gonna be, some hard days. But know that those days will be outweighed by the good days, by watching them grow, by advising them and letting them spread their wings and grow. That's what I'm being shown. It's like all these wings. You've got all these wings around you, whether it be from the other side or whether it be from your grandchildren that are spreading their wings, and you're allowing them to do that, right? It's about allowing them to be the people that they are and spreading their wings so that they can be the best that they can be in their lives. And you are that person to do that.
Thank you.
um, you have they're showing me that you have patience like no other, and you don't think that you do, but you do. um, you don't give yourself enough credit, and you're a little bit hard on yourself because you think, oh, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have been that way. And know that you're human and that you have bad days too, and that's okay, right?
Right.
And you know talking to them as they grow up, and know for them to know also that it really is okay to have a bad day. Just because you have a bad day doesn't mean you're a bad person, right? And giving them that love and that support that they need.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You you really are the perfect person um, to raise them. I just keep getting that over and over. And so, that's the big message for you tonight, is to know that you
Well,
are the
I
perfect
think
person.
I spoke with you back in November, and you were telling me my daughter who had passed was handing me wildflowers. And ironically, we moved into a place called Wildflower.
Oh,
And
that's
I was like,
beautiful.
wow. Yeah. I took to heart every
Yeah.
word you said, and I was like, wow. I worry about them on the other side. And I did go get a tattoo in memory of both of them. They had a convention, and my grandson says, "You don't seem like a tattoo person," but it was really healing for me.
Yes. Yes. You know, you have all the support, and know that they are doing okay on the other side. And they're bringing you messages all the time. So it's
I
about
feel that.
I'm sorry?
I feel that they're sending me messages a lot. I'll be like, "Thank you," and say their name, and be so grateful.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. It's really about being in the awareness of the entire thing, and knowing what those messages are, because what the messages come through for you is going to be something completely different when it comes through for me, right? It can be the exact same two messages, but they're going to mean different things for us. And so it's like being in awareness and understanding what that message means to you.
Okay. Do you see us being okay, me and the grandbabies in the future here where we live?
I think you're in a really good space where you're at. It feels very warm and inviting, um, and loving. And so I I think it's a great place for you to be.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I keep hearing the words over and over, wildflower. So, you're exactly where you need to be.
Perfect. Yeah, a lot is going on here and a lot of good things. And I just wanted to reach out because, I was thinking of them and, going through the healing process. And you guys do such a wonderful job. And everything that you said really resonates with me and means a lot to me.
Oh,
I
you're
thank
so
you,
very
Julie.
welcome. You are so very welcome. Thank you for calling in, and I'm so glad we reconnected. That makes me feel so good. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Julie. Any messages for me at all from them
They're just
other than
saying, keep moving ahead. Keep looking ahead. You have a bright outlook on life, and you're a very positive person. And just keep that up and instill that in the kids, and instill that all that goodness for them.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Brandy, thank you so much for calling in. I must say good night, and best of luck, and so great to reconnect with you.
Thank you. And you have a good night as well, Julie. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're so very welcome. Well, that does it for me, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week. If you would like to book a reading with me, please reach out to me on my website at wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Have a great week, everybody.